Authenticity. What does it mean to you to be authentically yourself, to be able to be fully open and free to express yourself and who you are? I'm Jill Vin, and this is the Jill Vin Show, and I just want to thank you for being here, for tuning in, because this is the place where we get real. We pull back the curtain to see what it's like to be a mom with a dream. So maybe you're imagining entrepreneurship. Maybe you're already in it, and you're figuring it out while also being all in with your family. That's been my world too, and I want to welcome you to it. So I have been thinking about authenticity, and to me, authenticity is connected to truth-telling. It's being honest with yourself, but also with those around you. So as a mom, as a partner, as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, as someone who lives in this world, I believe it's important to get to a place in our life where we can be authentic, where we can be truthful, where our insides match our outsides. And along the way, I must have been pretty young. I'm guessing around 8 or 9. My mom, and maybe she remembers this or not, I'll have to ask, she gave me a book called Lizzie Lies a Lot. And so I've held this knowing that I received this book. And while I can guarantee you I did not read it, the title itself got me to pause, because I must have been lying. And my mom caught me. But more than that, she was holding me to an expectation and a standard and letting me know that lying hurts others. It hurts me, of course, but it hurts the relationships I have with family and with friends and the people in my life. And I have wondered, I've held this with me, and I can't help but wonder if that's when I first realized the importance of being honest. And maybe that's what drives me to be honest and open with you, the people who are tuning in. I owe it to you to be truthful about what it's really like to be a mom with a dream, to be a mom who's navigating growing a business, to be a mom who has a family that she has devoted everything to. If you've been tuning in, that I'm not perfect. I'm not polished. It's about not hiding. It's about saying the thing as it really is. Whether I'm writing an email, whether I'm recording this podcast or another one, or sharing something on social media, it doesn't work for me unless it's real. I actually don't post or share things if it doesn't feel authentic to me, because I believe that I owe it to you to be truthful. And the truth is that being a mom and being an entrepreneur, or even dreaming about entrepreneurship, is not easy. And sometimes it's all consuming. Last week, I talked about learning to drive and about being in driver's training and just knowing, eventually you're going to be the one behind the wheel. And it's the same here. We grow through what we go through. And honestly, it doesn't always feel good, because so often what we see online is the shiny stuff. I'm thriving. I'm doing amazing. Here's what I've overcome. Here's my already established business. And yes, I love that. It shows resilience. It shows joy. It shows us choosing to stay in a higher frequency, to believe in possibility. And yet, for me, to be real, to be honest with you, is to talk about the middle, the messy middle. What about when you're in it right now and you don't have the success story to share? If you've been following me, you know I love joy, I love happiness and play and dancing, and I'm committed to showing up with those things. But behind the scenes, it takes a lot to be able to do that. It takes a lot of intentionality to wake up in the morning and notice and stop any negative thoughts. It takes intentionality to create rhythms and routines in my life that are supportive to me in a way that I have never done before. I pause, I lay down when I'm tired. I recognize my feelings. I journal, I meditate, I exercise. I allow myself to eat really well, but then I also allow myself to have the cookie, the one and maybe the 3 cookies, because that's just what I am craving in that moment. But I don't beat myself up for it. This is different. I have been someone who has been so hard on myself, and I still am. And if you listen to me, you'll notice, you'll pick up on that. And that's okay, because that is part of my growth. And over time, my intention is to have more and more grace for myself. But if I don't share this with you honestly along in my journey, I feel like I'm not being truthful to you. I wonder, what is it like for you when you pull back the curtain? What don't we see? What's the truth of how you show up when it's hard, when you're shifting your perspective, when you're questioning your thoughts, getting out of bed, even when you don't feel ready? To me, authenticity is about not lying to ourselves, not pushing it down, not convincing ourselves we're fine when we're not, and also not getting stuck there. So how do we stay positive when it doesn't feel that way? It starts with the thoughts, with those looping stories in your head. I'm behind, I'm not enough, maybe this path isn't for me. That's when I shift into, and I encourage you to do the same, to shift into what if. What if everything worked out better than I ever imagined? What if what I'm going through right now is exactly what's preparing me to support others? What if showing up today, even messy, even uncertain, still matters? What if recording, pausing, reflecting, and hitting record again is exactly what I need to do? And what if the words I share are exactly what someone else has been waiting to hear? Whether you're dreaming about starting something of your own or you're already building, those what ifs can change everything. So authenticity to me is about telling the truth to ourselves and then choosing how much of that we share with others. I hope this gives you a little permission to not be okay all the time, and also to believe that you are meant for more. Because sometimes there's people around you who don't believe that. And you get to hold on to this. You get to hold on to your belief and your knowing that you're meant for more. Meant for more within the family, meant for more within your career, meant for more in this life. Because I really do believe that. I believe it about you, even if we've never met, because I believe we're all meant for more. If this resonates with you, I'd love for you to share it with another mom you know who's carrying both her family and a dream. She might need to hear that she doesn't have to do it perfectly. She just has to show up honestly. All my best to you. Take care.